Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Farm to Fortune Series 11. Please let us know where you are joining us from. I can see Ike on the call, Oluwaseun, Muturayo. Okay. Though we are still waiting for more people to join, but you can just use this chat box to let us know um, where you are from and what aspect of agribusiness you are into. So I'll be checking the chat box for your reply. Please let us know where you are joining from and what aspect of agribusiness you are into, and maybe also what you hope to learn from this session. I'm not yet seeing any message. Okay, I can see Oluwaseun. You can just type on the chat box. Let us know where you are joining from and what aspect of agribusiness you are into. So, welcome to the 11th edition of Farm to Fortune series. So, on behalf of the entire team, I am delighted to welcome everyone to today's session, and thank you for taking out time to join us. Your presence reflects your commitment to learning, to growth, and for building a more sustainable agribusiness. So, Farm to Fortune was created to empower agripreneurs, farmers, agribusiness owners, and enthusiasts with practical knowledge so that they can transform their businesses and increase profitability. And today's topic, we'll be looking at digital marketing for agribusiness, selling more with content and social media. Is a very, very vital topic because in today's digital age, producing quality products is no longer enough. So you have to be online, you have to be seen. A lot happens. There's benefit of digital marketing, and we are excited to have you all here. And we are also confident that today's session we provide valuable insights that you can immediately apply to your agribusiness journey. So as we begin, it's going to be an interactive class, and I would also encourage everyone to actively participate, take notes, ask questions, and engage throughout the session. And while on this call, you can also share the link if you have any friends to your contact, to your group, so they can also join and also benefit from this class. So once again, welcome to the 11th edition of Farm to Fortune. We appreciate your continued support and your commitment. So, right now, I will be introducing our guest speaker because we plan to start early. Okay, I can see some chat in the comment section. I still want everyone on the call to just drop their name, where they are joining from, and what aspect of agribusiness they are into. So I can see Ekundayo Oluwaseun joining from Ibadan and currently selling day oats chicks, that's broilers, noilers, and pullets. So I want to see more response. I want to see more response. Thank you so much, Ekundayo. Thank you so much. So I don't know if I'm being heard. I want to just drop Emoji. I want the room is so quiet and so cold. It's just like I'm just talking. Please drop emoji. I want to know if I'm being heard. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I'll be introducing our speaker, Shinedu Okonkwo. So Shinedu Okonkwo is a digital strategist with over a decade of proven expertise in building brands that convert through social media strategy, visual branding, and web solutions. With a BSc in computer science, he combines technical foundation with creative execution to deliver results that matter. Chinedu has established himself as a trusted digital partner for ambitious businesses across Nigeria and the UK, helping them build authentic brand visibility and meaningful connections with their audiences. His work spans diverse sectors from leading agribusiness enterprises like TCG Farm, Edison Farm, and Farm Republic to thriving businesses in fashion, health, and beyond. Specializes in converting audience engagement into measurable business growth. Chinedu brings a strategic approach to every project, from crafting compelling social media narratives to building cohesive visual identities and robust web presence. He understands what it takes to help businesses thrive in an increasing digital marketplace and achieve real growth across all sectors. So whether in agriculture, fashion, health, or any industry ready to scale their digital footprint. So um Mr. Shinedu, please you can go ahead. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Sean. Thank you. And thank you to everybody that has joined, that has taken out their time this evening. Thank you to the organizers of Farm to Fortune. Thank you for having me here. If you can hear me, please type one. Please type one in the chat if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please type one in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So without wasting much of our time, like I said, I want to really appreciate the organizers of this webinar, Dr. Olaoluwa Bamigboye. Thank you, Sean, and thanks for having me. So without wasting much of our time, let me just share my screen and let's see what we can do cover today, because as we know, digital marketing is wide, and within 1 hour, there's only so much we can cover. But it is my desire that, I mean, at the end of this webinar, we should, like each and every person that has attended this webinar, should have one key thing. Even if you're in agribusiness, even if you're not in agribusiness, you should have something to take home. You should have actionable step. You know, the understanding of everyone attending this webinar should be open to the possibilities that are available in digital marketing. You know, because we are currently in an age where we are moving from the pen and paper age to the digital marketing age, and it is advisable that as a business owner, as an agripreneur, as an entrepreneur, you should have the even if not full knowledge of it, you should have at least basic knowledge of, you know, the in and out of the digital space. All right, so today we are going to be talking more about selling more with content and social media. So what we are going to be talking today, what we are going to be covering today, we are going to be talking about the big shift, why social media is no longer optional. Social media is now important in today's world as an agripreneur, as an entrepreneur. You know, as long as you are looking to scale more, even if you have a physical business, a physical on-site business, it is still advisable that you take advantage of the online space. If you have a vision to expand in the nearest future, you should take what I'm going to say in this webinar very seriously and open up your heart, be willing to learn and unlearn what you already know, and just open up to what I'm going to give out this evening. So we're going to be talking about branding and positioning, content strategies that drive real sales. And I'm going to be sharing secrets of cold DMs, algorithm secrets, and growth hacks that you can implement in your business. And I think I'm going to be speaking to two categories of people. If you are an agripreneur or an entrepreneur that have already been incorporating digital tools and digital skills in your business, I think I'm going to be giving more on what you can add to what you've already been doing. But if you are aspiring to be an entrepreneur, be an agripreneur later in future, and done, you've not ventured into that space yet, you're going to have what you're going to take home, they're going to use to plan, craft such a strategy, and action steps to take. So very quickly, number 5, we're going to be talking about um, I'm going to be, most of the things I'm going to be saying here might seem a bit technical, but I've tried my best as much as possible to break it down, and I'm going to try as much as possible to use languages that are not too alien to what we know, use languages that we can easily understand, and I just want us to have something practicable that we can do effectively without any extra technical know-how, or yeah, in case you don't have the budget of hiring a social media manager. It's my desire that everybody that is here, you should have at least that skill, that knowledge of running things to a great extent on your own. All right, so we're going to be talking about marketplaces that you can take advantage of. Facebook Marketplace, there are so many other partners that you can partner with depending on um, the business you are into. If you're an agribusiness, if you are an entrepreneur, basically. So, but I mean, this webinar was specifically for agribusinesses, but I mean, I'm going to be speaking generally both for agripreneurs and entrepreneurs. All right. So I'm going to be talking about the big shift. The big shift is still why social media is not optional. It was, I used to experience few years, let me say like 2 or 3 years, when we tell probably some elderly people, come, let's do something on social media. I want to push the brand on social media. They're like, just do what you want to do. I'm okay with my working customers and all. But now I come online and I see elderly people, both the young and the old, showing their faces on social media. This tells you something, that the age of social media is gradually becoming a reality. And I also think the reason why they've come to accept this change is, number one, because they see that it works. They see that it works, So currently we have a statistics of over 103 million Nigerians that are online. It is more easier for we now to have a smartphone. It's more easier for both the young and the old now to have a smartphone. So it is advisable that you take advantage of this opportunity. We have over 103 million plus Nigerians online. We have up to 33 million plus Facebook users in Nigeria. We have about 90 million WhatsApp users in Nigeria. And these people, they spend close to 3 or 4 hours daily. I think people that spend time on TikTok more should be more than this estimate. But what I'm trying to point out is the people you need to patronize your businesses are online. There's this cliche of there could be this cliche of, okay, the people, I need my working customers, and the people that will buy from me, and they are within my vicinity and all, or probably some entrepreneurs could say they've tried venturing into the digital space, but probably they didn't know how to navigate here and there. They just did the best that they could, and they felt, okay, since there was no result, okay, this thing does not work. But I'm here to tell you that digital marketing works, social media sales, they work. If you have the right knowledge, you have the right strategy, they work, because no matter what you are selling, your customers are online. I mean, I come online these days, I see people sell certain things that to me I am not interested in, but I still see people patronize them. I still see testimonials. It opened my mind to the possibility, and no matter what you're selling, you can sell car parts, you can sell chairs, you can sell day old chicks, you can sell ginger, you can sell whatever you are selling. Your customers are using social media every day. But are you placing your brand in their faces? Are you placing your brand in front of where your potential customers are? And how you're going to do it is what we are going to be talking about in this webinar. So let me just continue. So yeah, the trend nobody saw coming, which I've already talked about. Social media was for celebrities and big brands before. Farmers didn't bother, but now I'm telling you that social media is not only for the celebrities and big brands. You as a farmer, an agripreneur, an entrepreneur, you can decide to build your social media from scratch, and it will thrive. It will thrive. Do you get? So regular people discovered that, okay, this thing actually works for businesses. So that's why if till today, if you want to even if you just want to advise an entrepreneur and an agripreneur to scale their business, one of the things you'll mention definitely, or every business expert will mention definitely, is social media. Social media together. So market women sell out on WhatsApp status. Farmers get orders via Facebook Live. I mean, this is just telling us that now people sell. You can go online and sell. People post their businesses on WhatsApp status. People sell on Facebook Live. People sell on TikTok Live. I mean, it's amazing. The places you can see people sell. And one thing about being a digital strategist or being a digital marketer is you tend to see opportunities everywhere, and you tend to learn because the technology is improving. So even if I know there are probably some of us that might have attended one or two social media digital marketing class in like 2 or 3 years, what you learned about 2 or 3 years could still be valid, but a lot has evolved since that time. That's why as an agripreneur, as an entrepreneur, you need to keep, opening up to learn, unlearn, see what other people are doing, incorporating into your business, and things just get better for us in this generation. So people sell out on Facebook Live, people sell out on TikTok Live. I mean, I was surprised one day, during between my line of work, I went online on TikTok at midnight, and I saw people showing jeans, thrift jeans, selling things at midnight, and people were still buying. They were saying order confirmed. So I'm trying to open our understanding and widen our scope to the possibilities that you can take advantage of in the digital space. All right. So even elderly people are making content because they see that it works. I think I already explained this before, that now you see HRs, you see CEOs, they hire social media managers, and they're incorporated in their content, because people want to see who is behind the brand. People want to relate with people. They don't want to relate with just a page per se. I think what mistake that I noticed that entrepreneurs make, they just create a business page and a business name, and they're just posting sales contents on and on like that, without having the understanding of interacting with their audience. It's like meeting new people. You know, you have to introduce yourself, you have to offer value, you have to maintain relationship. That's what we basically do as entrepreneurs and agripreneurs on the social media space. All right. So, but I still want to let us know that if you're still venturing into the digital marketing space, if you're about to venture, you're not too late. You can still take advantage of what's the trend, still take advantage of social media now and grow your business, your idea, your startup. All right. So now we are going to be talking about branding and positioning. All right. So I wrote here that branding is not a logo, it's what people feel when they hear your name. So I also noticed that some business entrepreneurs make this mistake. There are two categories of mistakes that I see. I just see some that they feel, okay, I can do my business, I can. So the implication is, at the end of the day, you're just the next person they bought from. You know, so branding is what gives you an identity. Branding is what gives you an identity. Branding is what people feel basically when they come to your business. Branding is what helps people to remember your business. For instance, uh, if you have a business and probably your own personal name could be your native name and it's a bit lengthy and long, that could be a restriction because there are people from other backgrounds that might find your name difficult to pronounce, and it could be a limitation for them to even remember you because out of sight is out of mind, like we know. But if you choose a brand name that is clear, easy to remember, something that speaks about what you do, it will be easier for people to remember what you do. It's easier for people to remember what your brand per se. So when I say branding is not just a logo, it is what people feel about your brand. Other things can also be your branding, you know, your color, your font, your logo. Your branding could even be a particular service that you offer. For instance, if you offer a business let me just use this example. If you offer um, if you sell eggs, because I believe I'm speaking more to agribusinesses. If you sell crate of eggs and you have incorporated into your business model, meaning you have strategically calculated your profit loss, your profit margin and everything, and you can incorporate into your business model that whoever patronizes me is eligible to free delivery in this example. If you have made up your mind to be consistent with it, that can also be your branding, because that is how people would remember about it. Because when I say that's what people feel is, they will feel, if I buy from so and so person, I get free delivery. That is your branding. If I buy from so and so person, I don't need to bother about pay on delivery or prepaid, or am I going to get my product? Am I not going to get my product? Am I going to get what I ordered? Am I not going to get what I ordered? Once you can satisfy a particular problem that people are facing that is not really common to what your competitors are doing, it can be referred to as branding. You know, but I still see some people invest more in designs, getting logo, making flyers and content, and they don't invest in how they make their customers feel. I see some businesses, you reach out to them And you see things like they have disappearing messages, they have you cannot see their last scene, they don't have a profile picture. These are things that make a customer feel a certain way that does not give them trust about your brand. So I would still encourage us that as agribusiness and business owners, irrespective of the fact that we might think that okay, these things are minute, these things are very, very important, and they help your potential customers trust you more. I mean, if they're your family and friends and people around you that don't really know you, they can just say, okay, I know this person, I know where he lives, and they can just buy from you. But if they don't know you and they just come in contact with what you are doing and they want to patronize you and you're giving them that impression, it does not really give a good impression. But the truth is, there are so many categories of human beings, and some will still patronize you. And that's where you might begin to get tricked that okay, I'm doing it and people are still patronizing me, so it does not matter. But I'm here to tell you that it does matter. It's possible that what you are currently experiencing with the few that have already trusted you and are buying from you is a lower percentage compared to what the amount of sales you would have made if you had done all these little things to get more trust from people. Because the truth is, if people patronize you and they have a good experience buying from you, they'll definitely tell people. Even if they don't tell people per se, if other people ask, they'll want to tell people that okay, this is what I do, this is the person I got it from, this is the person that attended to me, and they might like, okay, you give me this person's number, let me reach out to the person. But if they get your number and the first thing they are seeing is disappearing message, and they see you don't have a profile picture, they see your last seen read receipts is not on, these are red flags in businesses. But let's still see what every agribusiness needs online. So like I mentioned earlier, every agribusiness, you need a clear business name. It is advisable, that you you pick a name that is really related to the service or what you do. So what you do is it does not really matter per se, but just have a clear business name that is easier for people to pronounce, not tongue twisters. There are some business names that while pronouncing it might twist your tongue. Sometimes people just find an alternative name to just give the businesses, rather than trying to remember a kind of name that will twist their tongue or too long for them to remember. So choose a business name that is easy to spell, easy to remember, that says what you do. Choose a professional profile photo. You can use your logo, you can use your own picture, to just to give people that impression that they're speaking with a human being, they're speaking to a professional, they're speaking to a consultant per se. Because one thing I've noticed in businesses is sometimes there are certain customers that don't know what they want. They are interested, but they don't know the particular thing they want. So at that point, as an agribusiness and entrepreneur, you have to play that role to help them, to guide them. You're not supposed to make a decision for them per se, but you're supposed to be there to guide them and help them make their decision. But I have experienced a lot per se in my little decade of experience, and I have seen entrepreneurs or agribusinesses get frustrated because all they are just seeing is uh, customers making inquiries, asking, you know, but they still forget that for a customer to reach out to ask a particular thing, that number one indicates interest. So though there could be different probabilities, like it's possible the person has a plan for later, or it's possible the person does not know what they want at that particular time, or it's possible, they just want to, just find somebody that can, you know, settle certain questions they have in their head, you know. And I see some businesses could get frustrated and just ignore certain conversations, or just reply casually to such conversations and just say, okay, they'll just assume, okay, this customer, and they come up with what someone can explain what they want, or just whom they can talk to and get the desired thing that they need. Although it's still advisable that as an agribusiness, you'd have to give out all your secrets to just somebody. I know you cannot give out the same advice and consultancy per se to as much people that are texting you, but try as much as possible to see how you can help your potential customers make decisions and help their businesses per se. Because I believe as an entrepreneur or an agribusiness, you should venture into business to help other businesses make money, then you can make money. You should have that heart and that spirit. So when you come in contact with people that are curious, they could be like, "Oh, okay, I want to start up a catfish farm, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to get. Okay, is this and this okay? Is that and that okay?" Be willing to offer ideas. Be willing to offer guidance, the best that you can. I'm not saying, yeah, just do the best that you can. Let the customer know that you're willing to help. Yeah. So it's possible that even if they were not actually interested in buying, but they've already gotten that relationship with you, and they can easily refer you to other people that need your services or your product. So next, I'm not done with this one. So I think I'll just wrap it up. So create a strong bio for your business. If you're using Instagram, if you're using Facebook, when you create content, people that indicates interest. The truth is, before anybody might even say, okay, they are leaving, people come to social media most times not because they want to buy, or they want to see what other people are selling. They come to social media most times to just relax, blow off steam, and in the process they could see something that interests them and they can be interested. But before they can link that social media to say, okay, I want to text so person because I'm interested in getting what this person is selling, they would definitely want to check your profile to see, is this person credible? Can this person give me what I am looking for? Hope this person is not the scammer. Do you understand? These are the questions that goes through the mind of people. And I definitely know that each and every one of us here, we must have gotten something from people online. And these are the questions that must have run through your mind before you eventually got it from that person. Or it could be that, okay, you already know the person, so these questions did not go through your mind. But these are real questions that go through your mind. So as an agribusiness entrepreneur that wants to launch into the digital space, you should make sure that you have done all your due diligence that I have highlighted here now, which is having a clear business name, profile uh, photo, strong bio, consistent colors and styling, your position statement. I'm going to talk about this position statement, but other things I'm going to say is going to include your due diligence to make sure that as long as you are doing this thing and you're maintaining consistency on social media, you should definitely see results. So your positioning and statement, it could um I think people every business should have this one, but I think people that should have this one more are probably if you ventured into a business and probably your current business in which you've already registered does not have a clear direct meaning to the service you offer. For instance, if I sell catfish and my business name is what would I say? Just for this example, my business name is Hybrid International per se, or Verve and Valiant International per se. They don't have like a direct or clear meaning connected to the business I'm doing, connected to the product or the services I'm offering. You can also take advantage of positioning statements, which means for this case of me offering catfish, I can make my position statements to be um, the best catfish you've ever tasted, or catfish at your doorstep, or something very creative that people remember you with. This is the same approach that big businesses do. That's why you hear MTN everywhere you go. They are selling that idea that no matter where you are, there is MTN there. You know, big businesses use this thing, so we can take advantage of this, and just make do with what we can do on the digital space. You know, So let's talk about content strategies that drive sales. So every post you make, as I wrote here, is a salesperson working for you even while you sleep, because the algorithm is literally sending it to as much people that are currently in the social media space. So this is why, as a business owner, you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about your posts. It is not okay to say, okay, I am making posts and it just ends there. What is your post saying about your business? What story is your post telling about your business? Because people don't want to just come online and have it blown on their faces that, okay, buy this, buy that, buy that, buy this, buy that. They could actually be interested, but there's a more better approach. There's a better approach which I'm going to share. So, uh, like I said, yeah, it's a salesperson working for you even while you sleep. So the algorithm is basically sharing it to as many people as you can see, as many people that are on the social media space. So you have to be intentional about whom your target audience are, whom you're making the content for. It has to address a particular problem. It has to address a particular problem. For instance, if you sell eggs per se, if you sell eggs per se, you could just come up with something like uh you could just come up with something around healthy protein for the family. People, you could come up with content around why. I see a lot of content right now saying, okay, you need a minimum of one egg a day. You can take advantage of those contents, make reference to the owner of those contents. You are passing a message to your audience, and when you pass that message, it's instills that desire for people to say, okay, this thing is actually good for me, and the next person they remember is you. So every content has to be intentional. Every content has to be directional. It has to be directed to a particular need, has to be directed to a particular problem that you are trying to solve. Most people post randomly and then complain that social media doesn't work. The problem isn't social media, the problem is the strategy. Some people just post, and as though they are posting on an e-commerce platform, they just post the product. Some don't even add price to it, or some don't just plaster price there and just leave it like that. Though they can still get the customers, per se, one or two few customers, but there's a lot you can do when you engage more with your customers. So There are three content types that as an agribusiness you can incorporate into your business. You can incorporate into what you're already doing for social media. You can come up with trust content. You can share behind the scene of the processes behind the factory, the your day-to-day activities, day in the life of so company. You can come up with day in the life. If you are a solopreneur, you can say day in the life of a social person, day in the life of a particular company. Show the activities of the day. These are contents that can help your potential customers gain trust. It is possible that there are people already on your followers list or your content list that uh, they've noticed your brand, they feel they need what you're selling, but they've not gotten that trust that they need yet. This is the same reason why most customers, when they come to your DM, the first thing that they ask is, where do you stay? It's I think it's just the mind playing a certain way, because they want someone they can interact with, something they can see, something that is tangible for them. So, but you can create certain content and build your social media pages in a way that they see all the things that they need to be convicted on your social media page. And that issue of doubting or trusting your brand is no longer there. So they can freely patronize your brand, and even refer your brand to other people to patronize your brand. Share behind the scene, the farm and products, use videos and photos, use quality videos and photos. I still want to encourage us to um, let's try the best we can to invest in quality pic, uh, photos, pictures, and videos while posting on social media, because nowadays the algorithm will definitely favor a high pixel photo to a photo or a video that has low pixel and low quality. So these are the things that the algorithm works with, and you just see people that are not even your followers commenting and making interaction and engagement with your post. And another thing that the algorithm does is, within the first few minutes of your posts, if your potential customers are able to interact with that post within the first few minutes, like let me say 10 to 15 minutes that you have posted, the amount of engagement that you have, if you have an amount of engagement higher than what you used to have, the algorithm see it as a high probability content, or there's this word I'm looking for, a high value content. The algorithm sees it as a high value content, and pushes it to more people that are going to be interested in that product. So I think one of the hack I'm going to give is, if you already have a group of people you're working with, you have a group of people you're working with and you're about to make a post, make sure these people are active. If you're going to make the post by 12, make sure you post exactly 12 and encourage them to immediately engage on that post. Irrespective of their number, encourage them to immediately engage on that post, like, comment, share from that particular social media, not that they are taking the content from elsewhere. Make sure they are engaging on that particular social media, they are making the comments, they are liking, they are sharing the link on their status. So as much as much people can engage on that content, the more they engage on that content, the more the algorithm sees it as a high value content and pushes it to more people outside your followers list, including your followers list. This way you tend to get more engagement, you tend to get more reach, you tend to get new customers. because one other strategy in business is bringing back old customers, maintaining new customers, and bringing in new customers, maintaining existing customers and bringing in new customers. I'm going to come in. One of the strategies that most businesses employ, you can still incorporate it in your agribusiness, is bringing back old customers, maintaining existing customers, and bringing in new customers. You should have noticed that within your years of selling, there should be a method or a way that you have been communicating with your customers, maybe either through WhatsApp. You must have noticed that at some point, so person, Mr. A, Mr. B has stopped buying. This is why you should create a structure or a channel where you can easily notice, okay, there's a decline in sales from so area. Mr. A is no longer buying. There's a follow-up system, to just put yourself in the faces of those people. It could be that they probably lost their phone. It could be one other reason or the other. So there should be a follow-up system to always put yourself in the faces of your customers, because out of sight is out of mind. This is why I encourage business owners to share what you do on WhatsApp, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, share it on TikTok, share it on LinkedIn, share it on Twitter. Let people see what you do. Get a branded shirt, get a branded nylon. Let your brand be in the eyes of people, that when they need something that you offer, you are the first person that comes to their mind. They would always remember the first person that comes to the mind of your potential customers would definitely always be the people that they are currently seeing, people that their mind is subconsciously or subconsciously registering through sites, through audio, through content, through social media. So I think I'm still in the trust content. So get the before and after. You can do before and after. You can organize your process. You can organize your process. You can organize your. You can make videos of your process, your timeline, what you do, and everything. You can get educational content. There are so many things. There are so many things in your businesses that other people are still struggling with. So you could create educational content to help people that are still struggling in that area to know certain things. I know businesses have secrets, and you might not be willing to just put everything out there, but there are basic things that you already know that people are struggling with, that people don't know. There are things that that you feel everybody knows, but not everybody knows it. So you can incorporate these into your.
Okay, Emmanuel, I think your network is glitching. Okay, you can as well write drop the things that you learn on the chat box as we are waiting for the speaker. So part of the things he said in business is you have to be in the faces of people, you have to show yourself, you have to be present, let them know that yes, there's this person. So I'll give an instance. There's a particular person on IG that she always posts, and even though I've not patronized her, but because she's always posting and putting herself online, I already said whenever I'm ready, she's going to be the one I'm going to buy something from. So that's the importance of showing up and consistently putting yourself online. So if you also have questions, you can also be gathering your questions before our speaker come on board. If there is anything that you are learning, you can also be dropping on the chat box. It seems the room is so cold. I don't know whether we are all feeling cold, but I'm not. You can be dropping your emojis. Let us know that yes, you are active and you are listening to everything that is being shared. Yes. So we were talking about branding, we were talking about putting yourself online. Then there was one of the things I wrote down. It says that you should invest in quality photos while posting, and that is one of the very most important thing. When I see a picture that is very quality, I'm always attracted to that particular post. So you sometimes you see people post, you see their pictures are very bad, their pictures are not up to standard, blurry pictures. So it's one of the things that you should consciously do in your business. Always make sure that whatever you are putting out online is quality. You are putting in a quality pictures. Then be intentional about who your target audiences are. These are some of the things that our speakers were sharing before the network. So be intentional about your target audience. Who and who who and who you are targeting in your agribusiness. So just give us a minute. Let's know our speaker will join shortly. Just give us a minute or two. Thank you all.
All right, so well done, Oluwaseun, and thank you everyone for joining. Sheun, confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
All right, so good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for the moderation, Oluwaseun. Good evening, everyone. Let's chat, let's interact, and thank you for joining. I can see Lawal, Aishat, I can see Ike Deborah, I can see Afolat Toki, Urewole, Ekundayo Oluwaseun. Thank you always. I can see King Gruby, I can see Omo David and everybody. So Ọlọ́run Yomi Alatiṣe. Let's interact. I mean, it's supposed to be a very interactive, engagement. Let's say hello, probably open a mic or we drop messages in the chat box. Is that okay? Hello everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
All
Good
right, all
evening,
right. Thank you,
everybody.
everyone. Thank you. I can see messages. Good evening, everyone, and I'm impressed. So while we're waiting for the speaker, I mean, he has actually done like 40 minutes of speaking. So let's actually interact again. I mean, more like she had said. She said that she shared her experience to say that sometimes she sees a post and she engages and she has saved the person's contact. So that whenever she needs anything, uh she will actually fall back on that person's page, and whenever is ready, she will actually buy from the person. So let's share our experiences. What are you doing? What are you going to do differently after this session? And how can we actually help you, from this conversation? Assuming the speaker is not going to come back, hopefully it will, but if network fails him, this time allows us to now interact based on the topic, leveraging digital social media to grow your agribusiness. What have you been doing? What will you do differently based on the call, based on what the speaker has spoken so far? I dropped some things in the chat box already for you to take note of. Quality pictures, quality videos, behind the scenes, processes, before and after. So let me hear from you guys. Maybe chat, or you can raise your hand and I'll call you for I mean, for you to speak, share your experience or the lessons you have learned so far. So I will wait for people to react or respond now. Thank you. So I'm expecting. Ekundayo, I mean, let me call you first. I know you are into poetry production, you sell input as well. Do you have social media? How has the experience been so far?
All right, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for
Good evening,
having this
Ekundayo.
conversation. So I was just thinking, like before I even answer your question, this is related to your question, if we can actually have a consistency challenge, although I know that yes, we see consistency challenge left and right, front and back, but then the effectiveness is not really something that I've seen over the years. But then if we can have it now that we have something like this teaching, if as a group we can come together to build one another. I have a social media account, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, but then I don't post. I don't know why it is like that, though. But I don't, but I consume a lot. But now, looking at having this kind of conversation, that was one of the things that made me come for this conversation. I really appreciate this. Is I don't just want to be consuming. I also want to produce content. I also want to shoot content, and also if we can just have like a community of like minds, I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir.
So thank you very much, Ekundayo, for a beautiful comment and contribution. All right, so I'll come to you, Lawal Aishat. So let me just quickly, talk about, the comments Ekundayo shared. So it's a beautiful one that you mentioned, and thankfully, I think this is a good time, Oluwaseun, to drop the community chat group. What's it called now? Link for people that are not in the community to join. That's number one. Number two is a good one you have actually raised, and I'm sure you are in the community already. So we're actually going to do something about it. I promise you. Just even you can drop it as well in the community to say this is what the outcome of our meeting today, and we're going to actually do something about it. I promise you. So don't let me dwell too much on that. I already mentioned that we are going to do something about it. Thank you for that beautiful, comment. I promise you, we are going to do something about it. So yeah, thank you, Oluwaseun. So Oluwaseun, you can kindly drop the community group, what's it called, link in this chat box. People that are not actually there before now can actually now join, be part of us, and then let's take the conversation, out of here. All right. So now let me read. Okay, let me read what Lawa Aisha said. Let me go to message. All right, so let me read what she said. We spoke about ensuring we give details and help customers make buying decisions. I like that women's natural. So what do you do? I mean, this could be a sales channel for you as well. People can maybe interested in what you do, or you can even drop your social media and do. So I think how we can even gain membership as well. Let's drop our social media and do in this chat. All of us, let's engage. This is only one person or two people chatting, and we don't just join these things for activity's sake. So let's grow our pages as well. So go and copy, and I mean, your social media and do Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, anyone, and come and paste on this chat box. I mean, we all promise to follow ourselves. So Oluwaseun, kindly let's do that. Copy our Instagram handle, probably TikTok as well, and share in this chat. Others as well, I'm expecting others to do so accordingly. So we have had comments from two people. If you want to speak, you can kindly raise your hand so I can call you, or you can just unmute your mic and speak, since we are not so many on the call. All right, so I'll be expecting, and I will mute my mic now. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Don't let us be cold, though. I can't see. So I want to believe that I'm trying to copy. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. So the community link is on the chat box, and likewise, everyone other person too can drop theirs, so you can get a follow, and you can also add what you do and what your business do as well. So we want to quickly have a quickly breakout, a quickly questions that you can ponder on. So I will just drop it on the chat as well, so you can give your comments and let us know. And the room is so cold. A lot of persons are not responding. I've not seen a lot of persons comment on the chat. Please let me see your emoji. Let me know I'm being heard.
Oh, all right, so thank you, Oluwaseun. So that we won't forget, the activity. Thank you for that. There's a task at hand now. Kindly go and copy your social media handle, Instagram, Facebook, and paste on this chat group, all right, chat box. And we promise ourselves to follow you, and anybody that pastes, his or her handle will be followed as well. So I think it's a good task for us. I mean, beyond just joining meetings for uh, PowerPoint presentations or what's it called now, speech and everything. It's actually a good one to actually now have a follow up activity. Okay, so I can see Bowmans. Thank you. So I'm following you right now, Bowmans. Bowmans, I'm following you. So Bowmans has actually shared that what she does, and she's dropped her Instagram and I mean, expect few follows. I promise you mine. I'll do that right away. So okay, let me read Paul Adekoya's comments. Good evening, everyone. This is quite an important meeting. I have a request. Can we have a subsequent webinar probably around 8 or 9 p.m. whenever it's settled for me? I'm close 6 p.m. Okay, I close 6 p.m. and I'm currently in transit. I might not be able to be that active. And I mean, I like that feedback. That's a very beautiful one. So Oluwaseun, copy this and put it in the chat box. Probably are going to create a pool around a convenient time for people to actually join. I think this is a good one. Thank you for that beautiful feedback, Paula Dekoya. So let's not forget, Lawa has dropped her handle, Instagram handle. Let's follow. We promised ourselves, let's kindly follow her and just do yourself the honors of copying your link as well and dropping here so that we can actually follow you. And while we are waiting for that as well, what do you do? Okay, thank you, Ekundayo. We're going to follow you as well. I'm taking note of them. If you don't mind, kindly copy the link just like Bowmans has done. I think that will help faster. Just click and it helps faster. So I'm expecting others to speak. I think I've heard from Oluwaseun Ekundayo, I've heard from Paula Adekoya, I've heard from Bowmans. I think that's just 3 out of 10 that we have. So let's just see. If you can't talk, it's okay to drop chat messages, copy your IG link, your X link, your Snap link, your TikTok, Facebook. Let's actually follow through, not just like I mentioned earlier, just joining for activity sake. I'm expecting what's it called? Lawa, welcome Lawa. I'm expecting Olorun Yomi. I'm expecting welcome Margaret. Shuaib, I'm expecting your handle. If you don't have any, let's know. Precious. Paul, we're expecting yours as well. Thank you for that comment. We'll actually follow you. I mean, we are going to take this comment back to the group and we're going to have a conversation about it. So, Oluwaseun, copy and paste the link again for community. So let's be part of our community. I'm expecting more responses. Thank you, everyone. All right, so I believe we are following ourselves. Thank you, Do, for copying your link. Okay, Sean has sent the WhatsApp link again. And then lastly, Oluwaseun has dropped as an Herald's IG. I think we have Farm to Fortune. And which other one do we have? Copy and paste those ones as well for visibility. Oluwaseun, if you don't mind, copy and paste Farm to Fortune, WhatsApp. So if you have anything to say, kindly raise your hand. I can call you. So I think I should stop talking for now. Anybody can unmute your mic. Okay, so if you can't speak, just like Paul.
Good evening, sir.
All right, okay, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Sorry, this place is nice to do. Please away.
Just go ahead. You can hear it clearly.
All right. So please, I just want to encourage everyone, every business owner here, to actually participate in the activity. This group has really helped me a lot. It has helped me. All these little things, they look simple, but those little drop of water makes an ocean. Yes, we are not paying for it, but the value here, if you pay for business consultation, is the same value that you get. So I just want to encourage you, anywhere you are, if you have any problem, you can do it on the group page. I trust Dr. Lauluwa is always there to support any business. And even if it's not online, the problem you think you are facing, you ask someone that has faced the same problem before, that can actually help it. So that's just what I want to say. I want to encourage us to always keep coming for the program every end of the month. Like me now, the business logbook that was taught sometimes ago, I actually put it into practice, and now I can tell about my data, the quantity of waste I generate every month. Now I can determine it. I know where things are going wrong. So those little things help. Thank you.
Let's react. I mean, with emojis, reactions from people. So that means every other person is not active. Is that what it means? Okay, only Oluwaseun Ekundayo, just two. King Ruby, Omo, Ike Deborah, you joined early. Afolatoki Irewole. Okay, so Paul has actually dropped. Okay, thank you, Lawa. We know you are very active. So Shuaib, Precious, let's actually react. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ido, for actually saying that. You know, that should be helpful for others to actually engage actively. You know, we are doing a lot to give back to the community. It's actually free, but it's paid. You know, some people paid for this, for data, for internet, and you know, to engage some people to actually make it possible every month, month in, month out, last Fridays of the month by 6 p.m. But like Paul has suggested, we might have to review the time when people are settled. So Oluwaseun, don't forget to copy this conversation, and we're going to take a poll on the group to know what time best, you know, works for people. So I'm going to read someone's. Okay. So good evening, everyone. Just joined, not quite long. Didn't get the first speaker's message. Could you do a recap, please? Okay, fine. Okay, so anybody that learned anything from the first, you know, speakers' engagements can do a short 5-minute recap. So it won't be me just speaking. Anybody, we all were here together.
Okay.
You can raise your hands. Oluwaseun, definitely not you, not you, definitely not you. Any other person, what did you learn? So let's teach someone else. I mean, this knowledge sharing between us, among ourselves now. Any participant that learned anything so far from Emmanuel Chinedu can unmute his or her mic and share what he or she has learned, or you drop messages in the chat box. If that works for you, better. Thank you. I'll be waiting. Okay, so Ike Deborah, are you still with us?
Hello, good evening.
Okay, good evening, Lawa. Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Yeah,
Thank you.
my name is Lawa. I'm the founder of Women's Natural Agribusiness. So I joined in a bit late, but I think before the network took him away, he was talking about brand visibility, ensuring that even though we are in agri space, we should not neglect the fact that we need to explain to our customers what they want, because a lot of us believe that when the customer is asking me for something, it will create enough time to explain to them. When they are finally ready to buy, they will come to us because we provided them the needed information to make that decision. So I think I had that before the network took me away. Thank you so much.
Hello, sir. You are on mute. We can't hear you.
Oh, pardon me. Thank you very much for calling my attention to that. So thank you very much, you know, Lawa, for joining. I mean, for your sacrifice, I know what you are very busy and you are still here with us. Thank you very much for your time with us and for that beautiful comment and contribution as well. So, yes, I mean, that's pretty much what he had said. And that is why we are now actually working on that activity beyond talk. Copy and paste your IG link, social media link, anyone that works for you, X, Snap, and let's follow ourselves. Let's engage on our posts. So it won't just be coming here every time and just speaking for 1 hour, and eventually there will be no action, after the activity. So thank you, Lawal. So I think we can now take one more speaker. We're already around 7:10, and we plan to round up around maybe 7:15 or 7:20. One more speaker, one more comment, one more question. But if you have not pasted your link yet, kindly do so we can follow you. One more comment or question, and then I will do a recap, and Oluwaseun will close the session for us. By show of hands, or by unmuting your mic to speak, or by dropping messages in the chat box. Ike, are you still with us? King Ruby, Lawal, Olagwe, it's been a while. Hope you are fine. Margaret, let's see your reactions. Precious, Binny, let's see your reaction. Shuaib, whether by chat. Okay, go ahead, please. Someone is trying to speak. Can you go ahead? Oh, all right. So, okay. Okay. In the absence of any other thing that anybody has to say, we have dropped our chat link to our community on the group. Kindly join. Let's engage. And we are taking back Paul's feedback to say that we should maybe have some other time, a better time that works for everybody. We're going to have a poll. So be part of that community. Let's talk about the best time. And like Idowu had mentioned, thank you for that beautiful feedback, to say that you have actually taken action on the inventory management, and you are keeping inventory. You can see where you are losing money, where you are making money, where your inventory is going, and all of those. So thank you very much for actioning, the talk, walking the talk. We again, everybody pretty much for joining, for your comments and contributions, for your time. We know that time is money, time is precious, and then you have decided to spend 1 hour 30 or 1 hour 12 minutes with us. It means a lot, to us. So on these notes, I want to apologize on behalf of the speaker. I'm sure it's not planned, but network threw him away. But the little time he spent was actually impactful. So don't forget to follow yourselves. Based on the people that have dropped their handles in the box. Okay, if there's a slide, let's share. Okay, that's fine. Just join the community. I'm sure if he has any slide, he will drop in the community. It's on a WhatsApp group. If he has I think he has one he was actually working with. So that's a question from Paul, that if he has any PowerPoint slide, he should share. So just join the community. If you are there already, just say hi. Let's see what we learned. Drop your social media handle in the chat box. Let's follow you. I mean the community now. So on these notes, I want to hand over to Sean to wrap up, and we can call it a good evening. Thank you everyone once again for joining, and we will be back next month. And now Emmanuel is just joining. The speaker is now joining. Okay, so Emmanuel, we're actually rounding up because we couldn't see you for over 20 minutes. So, but I think you can wrap up in 5 minutes if you can, because people have actually waited for you for long. So if you can summarize everything you have to say in 5 minutes, and then you just round up the session. So over to you, Emmanuel, and welcome back. Kindly unmute your mic. Unmute your mic, Emmanuel. We can't hear you.
Okay, I said I really apologize for that. I was just on my slides and going, and I thought, we're all listening and all. So just to round up, I think I almost mentioned all my secrets that I thought you must have gotten, but I'll just come again. I'll just summarize. So we need to post with questions on our social media posts, reply comments within 1 hour, post at peak hours, use hashtags. You can for Instagram, if you click on the Instagram icon, you should definitely see following and followers thereabout. So if you select the following, you can see all the posts of people that you're following, then you can like and comment on each and every one of them. You just see that they are reciprocating it, and the more they reciprocate it, your um the more your post is seen as a high value post. Take advantage of other comments that have other people's posts basically that have more comments, more likes. You can share your you can send code DMs. I think I mentioned code DM. I don't know if we heard about code what I said about code DMs, but you can say something subtly concerning what you do, especially on other posts. For instance, if you see a post on maybe like Today Knox page talking about a tragedy that happened, maybe in a poultry farm, you can subtly comment talking about the post, but your brand name definitely will definitely say what you do about your brand. You can take advantage of it like this. As we talked about having a clear business name from the beginning. Yeah, wherever you make comments, wherever you like, people see, and your business name already does the marketing for you. So we can simply run ads. You can simply run ads on your social media pages. You can create a budget of at least minimum of 10,000 naira per month. Run ads of like 2,000 or 3,000 per post. You can take advantage of apps like Meta Business Suite, Meta Ads Manager, but I would recommend Meta Ads Manager. It's more easier. You can see what you want, you can deposit, you can track. And for an agribusiness that does not have so much technical knowledge, you can take advantage of it, and you can take advantage of ads and get sales to your business. Then you can target the right people for your business. You need to know your audience, target the right people, boost posts, and always send your customers somewhere. Don't just leave them hanging. Get leads, have a group, have a broadcast list where you can reach, follow up to your customers. You can also take advantage of marketplaces, the Facebook marketplace. You can take advantage of Konga, Jumia Foods, Konga. Some of these brands, they have a vendor platform. Depending on what you offer, depending on what you sell, depending on what you see people sell on there, that they have like the numbers that you're looking for. You can register to be a merchant there, and register to be a merchant there, and still. But I think people underestimate Facebook Marketplace a lot too. Said as an agribusiness owner, I think there was a period I came across when a Meta newly launched Facebook Marketplace. I just randomly I saw a friend's post. He was my friend then from TCG Farms, still my friend, TCG Farms. I was working on social media, and um, he was doing PKC, and I just decided to test it and uploaded PKC, bag of PKC there, palm kernel nuts. I uploaded it on Facebook Marketplace, and I was getting DMs of people that was asking how many tons do I sell, how many tons, how many tons, how many tons do I sell, and I was able to reach out to the owner of the brand. I was able to communicate with some, but I think because of distance, made me not complete those transactions. But I just did it passively to just test it. But this works. I know people that still use marketplace till today, and they still get the result. They still get people texting them how much, and they still make transactions work on the Facebook marketplace. So you can take advantage of this marketplace. You can take advantage of other marketplace, Discord. Who said on Discord? Like it will be surprising how the areas people, the extent people go basically to, really market their businesses, especially on this digital space. So the gap between a struggling business and a thriving one is not land, is not, um, it's not land, it's not capital, it's not connection, it's just basically visibility. It's just the ability of placing yourself in the front of people that need your product or services. That's just what um that's just what differentiates an agripreneur and an entrepreneur from getting the sales and the visibility that they need. So I think I'm just going to be stopping here in case of any of us that have questions. Thank you very much. I see the reactions. I see them. Thank you very much. But I would like if any of us have questions.
All right, thank you, Emmanuel. Yeah, thank you so much, and beautiful job done there. And yeah, I can see reactions. I can see, yes, thank everyone for the reaction. You did a good job, and then we have to just say thank you. So if you have any question or comment, kindly do that. While you are typing, or you are willing to raise your hand, or just unmute your mic, like I said, because we are not so many. uh, I would just like to reiterate that, Emmanuel, in your absence, we actually now requested that we all share our IG or social media pages and we follow ourselves, which we have done. I mean, likes of Idowu, likes of Lawal, and likes of Paul, they have shared their social media handles and we have actually followed ourselves. We
That's beautiful.
promised that, yeah,
Yeah.
beyond, just talk, let's just action anything we're actually doing, which has helped us just now. So I followed personally, I followed Lawal, I followed Paul, I followed Ido as well. So we all gained 1 followers each. I mean, now imagine the other people doing same. So maybe at least 5 or 10 followers from this conversation, which actually goes a long way to help our brand. The second one being that we also shared our community page, Andu. I have seen Lawal join. She's part of us and she's a very beautiful entrepreneur and business space and she's doing well. So she has joined us, just letting you know that beyond talk now, action, we should actually action anything we are doing. And Paul had said that we should consider having these meetings around 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. when people will be settled, last Fridays of every month, but we should consider changing them. So we are taking that comment back to the group, to the community, WhatsApp community, to actually discuss if this is actually a good time to. I mean, people should take a poll, maybe between 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 7 to 8, 8 to 9. Let's actually all agree on the best time that works, and we're actually going to do that. So that's just a recap of what's happened in your absence. And Sheon, lastly for me, Sheon has shared the attendance sheet. If you have not done that, kindly fill the attendance sheet and let's take it from there. So I've not seen any message in the chat box, for any question. If you want to unmute your mic to ask questions, kindly do so, so that we can wrap up, in the next 8 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, and thank you to our speaker. So I just wanted to quickly pick up on some things that the speaker spoke, because I think there was somebody that was asking for a recap for what the speaker said. So he spoke about storytelling, that people remembers how stories more than advertisements, and stories create emotional connection. Then he also spoke about choosing the right audience. You have to choose a platform where your audience spends time, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, whether it's WhatsApp. So he also spoke about trust, building trust online. He spoke about posting consistently, that you have to use real photos. Most people on their social media platforms, they don't use their original face. Use real photos, show your team, share your customer feedback, and also be honest about your pricing and delivery. Then he also spoke about consistency, that many businesses always post, they stop posting because they have only few likes. I really wanted to even ask the speaker a question regarding that once, as a business owner, when you post on your social media page and there is no like, does that mean that should make you stop, or does that mean that you are not doing well as a business? Please, can you just share a little further on that in 1 or 2 minutes, in 1 minute? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Shehu. So to answer what you have said, I still want you to understand that as regarding anything and social media in this context that we're talking about now, anything that just blows up overnight would not last. Do you get something that will stand the test of time, something that would last, would go through certain stages, like as an agribusiness or an entrepreneur, it the growth has to be gradual. You have to accept that, especially when you're starting up from scratch. Especially when you're starting up from scratch, um, the fact that you're not getting 1,000, 2,000 likes at the moment does not mean you're not doing well, but your consistency, not only consistency in just posting, but your consistency doing all your due diligence, like I have mentioned in this call, would definitely you should definitely see growth. For instance, you should be able to, if you were recording 2 to 3 likes before, with consistency, you should start seeing 10, 20 something, 50 something. That's how brands grow, basically. You'd see brands that some just buy pseudo followers, and everything is just static there because they are robots. You just see amount of followers, but the
Mm.
followers are not engaging. There's no sales. But what I'm saying to wrap up is, let the growth be organic. If you're looking at organic growth, then it has to be gradual. And the little likes and one comments, depending, no matter, I see entrepreneurs get discouraged because sometimes they feel they've put in too much energy, too much skill in putting up a content, and at the end of the day, they're getting 1 or 2 likes. But that should not be the case, because I think I mentioned it, that every post that you make is a salesperson, even when you sleep.
Yes.
Even if those traction does not get the post does not get the traction that you intend now, later on, as long as they are still on your page, they are still going to be shown to both your present customers, your present followers, and your future followers. So it's still a working process. I don't know
Mm.
if you get
Thank you
that.
so much. Yes, thank you so much. So as we are rounding up, please, if you've not filled the attendance sheets, please kindly do so on the chat box. So one thing I want to tell every participants, based on all what we've discussed today, is create a content calendar, post consistently, share your educational content, use quality images and video, ask customers for their testimonials, then engage with your audience, learn from your analytics, and keep improving every day. Use storytelling. There's a way you tell story with your business, your growth, that even that we draw people attention. People get connected easily with story. So in conclusion, I would like to say digital marketing is no longer optional for agribusiness. It is essential. So the business that educates, that engage and build trust online, and not just the one that attract more customer and achieve sustainable goods. So always remember that content creates visibility, trust creates customer, and consistently creates goods. So as we are rounding up today's session, I would like to thank every one person. Thank you for joining. And I would like to say a very special appreciation to our speaker. Thank you for sharing such valuable insights. Even though the network wanted to show us some colors, but we thank God at the end we were still able to come on board, and the people were still they got value for that time. So to all our participants, thank you for your active participation. To everyone that gave feedback, Paul, everyone that shared feedback, everyone on the call, thank you for joining, and thank you for your engagement throughout the session. And we trust that you've gained practical strategies that you start putting into practice from now henceforth. So as you reach this session, we encourage you to take action. So choose at least one strategy you learned today and begin to implement it immediately. Small, like our speaker has said, he said small, consistent efforts can lead to significant growth over time. So we've shared the community links on the group. You can also join, where we would deliberate further on how to improve and schedule our time, and everybody will be able to speak. And I'd like to say a very big thank you to Dr. Lalo as well. Thank you, sir, for your support and for everything you do. We are grateful. And Farm to Fortune, this is series 11. We always have it, as Dr. Last said, at the last Friday of every month. So please, from today, set your attendance. Though it might be free, we put in a lot of work to make sure that you guys get the best. You guys get a lot of values and a lot of secret informations, and that's why we are all doing this. So please put it in your calendar. Know that every last Friday of every month, we always have Farm to Fortune. And have a wonderful evening, and see you at the next Farm to Fortune session. That is in July, the last Friday of July. And before then, once you are on the group, just make sure that you get I think the speaker will share the slides. So of course everyone will get the slides, and make sure that we'll deliberate on the time that we can be using. Thank you everyone once again. Thank you to our speakers. Thank you. If you can omit your mic and say something, you can share something. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
Thank you
you
for
for
joining.
being Have a
Thank you very much, everyone.
fantastic
Thank you very
evening.
much. Good day.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.